things real simple. Sit back. Feel this. You don't know I feel the chemistry. I don't know why. Come and take your place. What you give can't be replaced. No one else. It's out of mind. Spend my life with you. Anyway I can. I'll show the world. You understand. It goes on and on and on. Slow down. Make my heart sweet. Be no one else. You're all I need. Personality, everything you do. Love, everything about you. Your smile, your style, so fly. Now, show you that you come taking you, make me believe your love. On and on, you keep me I was gonna say, what the hell you did?
Yo, turn my music up. Up for morning.
Always hold you to be everything I love. He always make sure he's right. Always had my eyes on this one particular guy. I was to shine, so I decided to ride. I sent you all day, and I closed you with a kiss. And then I write me better, get some time. I sent you okay, never close with I closed you with a kiss. Get on time. People always say that I'll play myself for you. For long sake that I'm making myself you. For long sake that I'm making myself for you. This day, thank you for me and notice me. When I give the to come to you, promise me that you won't chase me. Send me for pain or better, and I'm close to it again. And when I write them, be better, get on time. All day, oh yes, with the kids, and when I write down, be better, get on time. All right, tonight. Let's go. All right. And riding closely with the kids. And when I write down, be better, I'm talking about sweating the fuck down. Shit. This damn humidity is out of control. You can't step out the damn. Sit down. Come on. Lay down. Lay down, dude. All right. Let's get to work. Obviously, y'all know that we had the make sure y'all can see. Dudes, lay down. Stop following me. You see I'm already damn hot. All right, welcome to class. Welcome to class. Obviously, if you here, you know why you here. You can keep that to you. Shout out to that nigga goddamn Brad Mays. Brad, that nigga came through Mellow Jones. He came through early, so I'm gonna come through before the live because I already know what we doing. Yeah, because like I said, I wanted to start today's class. If you don't know, I am Professor A.O. Consaco. Deuce, lay down. Come here. I am Professor A.O. Consaco. This is the relationship class. If you're here, you know what your and I keep feeling like it's a damn. I had felt something on the back of my head, and that shit turned out to be a fucking beetle. Now I got the heebie-jeebies. But yes, these are relationship classes. I am Professor A.O. Consaco. We do the class, relationship class, every Wednesday evening. You just got to check to see the times. Today, what we're talking about is growing apart. Y'all see, I got y'all some good old, y'all should be able to see what I'm writing now. We had some people complain about not being able to read the board. That's why you should be taking your own notes so that you can fully grasp what's going on. We're talking about growing apart. And I thought it was appropriate to play Aaliyah. I was listening to that earlier today, and it took me back. It took me back to those days when love was real, man. Love was real. Love was real back then. You know, you would you'd be in school and shit like that, and your whole day would get brighter whenever you would see this person that you had this crush on. And it's sad, it's very sad because there will never be another first love. You get one of those. First love. Everything after that is imitation, which is a very big part of this. Number one is, just straight into it. Number one, you only get one first love. This is where everything starts. In order for two people to grow apart, they had to be together. That's what growing apart comes from. That if you were never together, you cannot grow apart. What we're talking about tonight is outside of the cheating, outside of the money issues and all that bullshit. I'm talking about two people who were deeply in love when they met, high school sweethearts, and cannot understand why in the fuck they're having these feelings of not being happy. Motherfuckers will try to tell you, you know, have an open communication, you know, say how you feel, which is fucking right. It's right. At the end of the day, it's right, no matter how hard it is. But that's hard. That's hard. When you let's just get down to it. Like, your first love is pretty much your high school sweetheart. You know, man, back then we didn't have to, it wasn't about no money. It wasn't about no money. It wasn't about nothing material. It was about how we felt when we were around each other. And with that feeling, we made decisions. We made decisions. We made permanent decisions, not temporary, permanent decisions, whether it was getting married or having a kid, because this person knows me better than anybody else. What my mother doesn't know, what my homeboys don't know, what homegirls don't know, this person knows it. And they still love me unconditionally. And it's not something that has to be said. A prostitute can tell you 1,000,000 times that she loves you. Oh my God, I love you so much. She can tell you that, text you that 1,000,000 times. That video cam girlfriend you have, she can tell you that 1,000,000 times. But in your heart, you know, as soon as that payment don't go through, that shit is over with. And that's why these professions have had such a long run. Love, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it's good, it's good. But love is just one side of the coin. The other side is hate, but it's on the same coin. We wonder a lot of times why the baby mama is being, or the wife is being so fucking vindictive, and why she's trying to inflict so much pain. And it's because she's in pain. She's in pain. And it's fucked up because social media and the world won't even allow a girl to feel in pain no more. They will shame her for feeling horrible when a nigga cheats on her. You're supposed to feel pain. That hurts. It hurts. And sometimes you might act out. You might try to go fight him. You might try to go fight the other girl. And those are normal things. Now, when we start going outside of that, and when I'm saying normal, I'm talking about when we are, you know what I'm saying, with our first love. You know, another big part of this is for those guys who come from the island where no women are allowed, MGTOW, men going their own way. A lot of them are doing that because their first love was not with their high school sweetheart. Their first love was the crush that they had in middle school, maybe in high school. That first love hurt them so deeply that now they can give nothing else but hatred. Fuck women, I hate women, and all this other shit. Because their first love hurt them. And instead of them being a man, going their own way and getting over it, and, you know what I'm saying, understanding that it's more fish in the sea, that first love hurt them so bad that they are scarred. To the point where them finding guys attractive cannot be overlooked. There is no way that we can say that you a man going your own way and you strong, but you're doing all this because a girl in middle school or high school fucked you up so bad that you want to go to a place where there are no women at all. Why in the fuck would I be going too far if I felt like, yeah, obviously there has to be some going on that fucking island where no women are allowed. You have to know who the fuck you talking to. If a motherfucker has not loved a woman and been in a relationship, lived with a woman, going through these things, they can't give you no motherfucking insight on how to drive no motherfucking 18-wheeler. You've never driven a car, let alone this type of fucking machinery. You got in an accident in a car, and now you talking about how much trucks is fucked up. That's the first, and you know, I'm saying that to say, dog, these motherfuckers who hate women or hate men, because it's the same thing. That feminism movement and all that other fucking spiritual whatever bullshit, same thing happened to them. When they was in high school, middle school, they got hurt so bad that now they hate men. The reason why these people have any type of audience is because somebody else could be going through the same thing. And dog, when your heart gets broken, you looking around for anything that could fucking help you. That shit hurts. It hurts to have your heart broken. You looking around, you trying to find a way. How do I deal with this pain? How long is this gonna last? That was my question. I swear to God, that was my exact question. How long is this shit gonna last? God damn, this shit hurt. And you can easily fall into nowadays, because back then You had to do everything manually. So you had to ask somebody up close and personal. Now they can go on the internet and type in how to deal with heartbreak. And they'll be saying all the things that you feel at that moment. Men are just, they don't care about your feelings. Look how much you did for them, and he wasn't appreciative. He wasn't grateful. You'll have the men, the men from the island where no women are allowed. Yeah, women are just fucking, they don't know what the fuck is going on. They're just horrible fucking creatures. Women are fucking. Neither one of them are in relationships. Neither one of them could get into a relationship if they wanted to. This is important because when we're talking about growing apart from that person that you actually loved, because you cannot talk to that person that you loved and tell them that you feel like y'all are going in separate directions because you actually love them and you don't want to hurt them, you go talk to other people. Vetting those people that you talk to is extremely important. Have they been hurt long ago? But you know, in a lot of cases, what will end up happening is when you get cheated on or when you feel like you're growing apart and things like that, what you will end up doing is you'll go talk to the motherfucker that you know that they don't have a good viewpoint on men. They don't have a good viewpoint on women. They always saying fuck a relationship, fuck all that shit. And that's who you go and talk to when you feel like you're growing apart. And already you've made the wrong decision because now you've just been injected with the poison. You've now allowed that person to inject you with confidence that it's not your fault. It's that person's fault. You should have been left them. They're holding you back. All of these things. That's who you went and talked to, though. And that's going to be the easiest person to talk to because they're going to have your back. And as soon as you made that decision to go talk to that person instead of somebody who's unbiased, you've already made your decision that the relationship is over. As soon as you talk to that person that you know hates men or you know hates women, you need to go tell that person, hey, the relationship over, because ain't nothing good gonna happen past that point. When you at the point when you gonna go to somebody and ask them what you should do, and you know that they hate that other sex, it would be the equivalent of you going and talking to your mistress about marital issues. This motherfucker is so motherfucking miserable. Not your first love, I'm talking about the homeboy, the homegirl. They so miserable, they just want somebody out there with them. So they don't got to go out to the club feeling empty all the time by themselves. You made your decision when you decided who you was going to talk to about that issue. If you wanted to fix it, that's who you need to talk to, that actual person. But I wanted to make sure we get that out the way because we're talking about real shit without, like I said, without the cheating, without the family issues and all these things. We just talking about two people that actually were in love. Now, as the tree branch rises to the sun, they started as one piece. Now it's just, and as the years go, the gap gets wider and wider. Naturally growing apart, whether it be because of career, or whatever it may be. And that's number 2. I might spell this shit wrong. Hold on. Ain't that how you spell career? Yes. Careers. Careers. A lot of time we ask ourselves about people who are successful, doctor, lawyer, Huxtable family type shit. They have to be living good and their relationship has to be healthy because both of them are prominent in their career field. When in reality, the exact opposite is more realistic. The better you are at your career, the worse you're going to be in your relationship. As I said before, Ray Charles said long ago that you could either have a successful relationship or a successful career, but you will not have both. You will not have both. Both of them require the same things. You're going to have to go to the job and take initiative and work overtime and be thinking about the job outside of the job and all those things if you want to actually go to the next level. Same thing with a relationship. This is why picking your partner off of sex and looks alone is a fallacy. It's a fallacy. In some cases, you could even gauge that shit like, and I'm not saying really do, take it case by case, but the better the person looks, you can, like I said, you can try them out and see, but the better they look, they might be a little bit less willing to compromise. This is why, more than anything, that mental is what matters. Good times, there is no, it's the hard times that you have to focus on. The hard times when y'all don't agree with each other. When you start feeling like, hey, we need to convert to Islam. And they feel like, no, we need to convert to fucking Seventh-day Adventists. And motherfucker is really standing on that because as y'all both have been at work being exposed to different things, you know what's thought about that is when you do put your career first, your relationship is actually what becomes the job. When you're in the career field and you're, you thriving in that career field and all that shit like this is, you feel like this is really where you belong. You feel at home at work. It's when you come home and you have to do things that you don't want to do, which is why we're going to talk about parenting here soon, which is why you can say that dad was always at work. He never really came home, stayed at work, ran away from home, going to work. And it's like, oh, I'm just providing for my family. But no, you're trying to escape from your family. You don't want to do the fucking cookout. You don't want to meet with the other families in the neighborhood. You don't want to go to the Christmas parade or whatever the fuck. And the third part is, as you grow, it's like, dog, I was the club, dog. I was the club. You know what I'm saying? I was the club back in the day, man. But now a nigga couldn't drag me in that motherfucker. Nigga, I was the fucking nigga, the pro racer. I was a fucking speed demon, a pro racer. You got videos of me doing crazy stunts on the interstate and shit like that, all through traffic. I drive slow as fuck now. So maybe a motherfucker did like going to the parades, did like going to visit family. something naturally changed. And these are the things that you really don't even get into until you start getting into your 30s. 30 plus. 30 plus. Very big part of this. 30 plus in the careers can go hand in hand. Because that's when you decide, okay, hey man, I need to really start taking my career serious. I'm not trying to be in this same position 20 years from now. And it could be that devotion to your career and actually wanting to get the promotion, wanting to be somebody and you know, having something going on that can tear your fucking relationship to pieces. The very thing that you did to fix your relationship is making it even worse. On top of that, y'all are only 25 years old. If that, you're 25 years old. Once you hit 30, a lot of things are going to change. Once again, a relationship based on sex is not going to last. Whether he stopped feeling like it or she stopped feeling like it, your body really does start to do different shit at 30 plus. Trust me. Trust me. A lot of times what we will do is we will gauge our relationship off of what we did when we first were in that deep stupid love, just in the bed kissing all day. I'm talking about just in the bed kissing face to face. I'm talking about that pure love. And we will gauge our relationship. You used to care. You used to. 30 plus. I got a career now. What worked when we was in high school don't work no more. Dog, I have to come back to the same conclusion, dog. Like, it does not have to be a fucking infidelity issue. The issue can come forth that somebody got into a fucking accident, lost a leg. Now they're dealing with self-conscious issues. She gained a little weight after the first pregnancy, after the second pregnancy. And now she's dealing with self-conscious issues, but you're so busy in your career field that you're helping her feel even more insecure. She's thinking the reason why you don't want to have sex is because she's fat and disgusting, when really you stressing about this motherfucker who just came in the door is damn near about to get promoted over you. And because you hear her, you know, talking to you about her issue, you don't want to tell her what you dealing with because her issue seemed like an issue. When y'all was young, that's what y'all did. Y'all both talked about y'all life, talked about issues, and y'all dealt with them together. As long as y'all was together, the problem didn't really matter. See, when we dealing with first love, 16, teenager and shit like that, teenage age and, you know, 10th grade and shit like that, this is when couples run away. No money, no nothing, just fucking run away. As long as we with each other, it's all good. That might have been true for a while. For a while. But eventually, real life is going to come in. And what a lot of people don't understand is one of the biggest reasons why that first love is so serious is number 4. Nothing new. Nothing new. When you first met, the first 2 years that y'all met, it was so much different shit that y'all didn't know about each other. Everything was so new to y'all. Not to mention, it's the first time that you've been in love. You know, when you start lifting weights, they say that you will get newbie gains. So there can be somebody who's been working out for 5 years, and you just got in the gym and you're getting more results than they are because you're new to the gym. But at some point, if you keep on working out, you're going to peak. If you gauge your progress by when you first started lifting weights, you were going up crazy. Now you 5 years in and you can't barely get a pound a week, a pound stronger a week. Can't see no fucking new cuts and nothing like that. If that's how you gauge your progress, then you're going to be all thrown off. This is how growing apart leads to infidelity. Told y'all last week, nothing being new is what causes boredom. So, because we can't talk at home, I know everything, you know everything, we just in this bitch feeling like we made a mistake because it's like I thought it was going to be action-packed and we would be in the bed kissing all day long forever, only to find out that and the easiest thing to do is, in order to keep the household together, is cheap. I'm just going to find somebody new and at least I can have that spark again. Growing apart is something that's natural, and it's not something that you can gauge off of other people. It's not even something that you can find out how to beat from other people, because no matter what the fuck a person says in front of you, what's going on in that house is embarrassing. Nobody wants to admit that they have grown apart, and they've been growing apart. They've known that they've been growing apart from each other for at least half a decade. Everything they do now is merely for their reputation. The kids know, they embarrassed that they fucking mom and daddy don't love each other, that they're finding this is the other side to the love coin, the hate side. Now all of a sudden, motherfucker, goddamn, man, why didn't you pick your goddamn socks up, man? What the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you come and wash the dishes? Why in the fuck you don't drain all the water out the tub? And this is that part where, you know, kids, it's hard, dog. It's hard. If those kids would have saw those parents when they had just, you know what I'm saying? If those kids would have came into consciousness, but it's impossible. The years where, you know, y'all playing with the baby and patting the baby and all that shit, those are the first love years. By the time that child is 10 years old, he damn near can't remember last time mom and daddy didn't argue, or mom and daddy wasn't sleeping in different rooms because they don't get along. A lot of stories, dog. A lot of stories, dog. A lot of stories you don't know about. Those kids know. Them kids know what go on. It's a reason why them kids want to be in other places. A child should not have to mediate two grown people fighting. Child shouldn't have to choose who he protects, who she protects. As a man, you put in a fucked up position, because if you beefing with your wife, the child's mother, Child is not going to see you as no victim. Only way for a child to see you as a victim, you going to have to actually put the respect that child has for you on the line. You would have to act like a bitch. And then it's like, whoa, my mother is dogging my father out and he's sitting down crying. You a weak man for that. But if you stand up and you bark on her and she's crying, you an evil man for that. This ain't nothing to play with. And this is why it was important that, you know, this topic gets talked about, because I think people need to know. You know, what started me on this path was I had a consultation with a guy, and he seemed to be at the end of his rope, and I felt it was necessary for me, because, you know, that's when we were dealing with the hacking and all that shit like that. So it was necessary for me to make sure that motherfuckers knew that, oh, I don't play that shit. We ain't on that goddamn doing no type of violence. We ain't on none of that. You ain't finna put this shit on me. Well, you heard him on the phone. You heard what I told a motherfucker on the phone. I told him, get your clothes right now and go and leave. Tell me the address, I'll call the police. Shit. But you know, when I thought about it, it's like, you know, some people need to know what's going on in your household is going on in your neighbor's household. All them pictures on Instagram and that bullshit party, they barbecuing and shit like that. Them folks in that house is pure fucking drug addicts. That is fucking what you call, that is artificial love. What you call that synthetic love they got over there. Motherfuckers drunk than a bitch, hiding a bitch on them pills. Let something happen at their job and they can't afford that dope no more, and you gonna have a real fucking domestic violence issue. You come down off that dope, off that alcohol, and you realize, I don't like that bitch. This bitch in this goddamn bed sleeping and shit. I didn't work the fucking 12-hour shift. Get the fuck up. Or she come home, and I'm trying to show you it's two sides of the coin. I'll write that down for you. Let me put this on it, because this is where shit gets serious. Love, hate. This the same coin right here. This the same coin. So where you used to want to kiss in the bed all night, now can y'all see? Oh, they can see it. Yeah. You used to want to kiss in the bed all day long. Now, when she turns over and want to kiss in the bed all night long, you ask, why the fuck? Why do you keep kissing me for? Is we gonna fuck or what? God damn, what the fuck? I don't even feel like it. Now you annoyed at something that y'all used to always love. She used to love to watch you sleep. Now you come home off a 12-hour shift and you dead asleep, and this nigga must be fucking somebody at work. So now she taking the cover off you. Shit get real, my nigga. Don't gauge your relationship off of no fake ass shit. You wouldn't see the real relationship if you went over that bitch and stayed a whole week. Just like you not gonna let outsiders see what's going on in your household. They not gonna know that y'all hate each other until the divorce and everybody, oh my God, or until one of y'all kill each other in that house. Now, oh my God. Everybody feeling the same pressure. Everybody feeling the same pressure. As far as dealing with it, big home, I can't really tell you that, my nigga. And don't let them folks at church fool you neither. Don't let them folks at church fool you neither. What? Man, come on with that dumb ass shit. Don't let them folks at church fool you. Ain't no such thing as no perfect relationship. Because what can work for them year for year, up and down, side to side, will destroy your relationship in less than goddamn 30 minutes. And it's hard. Shout that nigga. I see it. Shout that nigga Terrell Bay. Shout that nigga Terrell Bay. He come through heavy. Let me give him some, man. Pause. Shout out that nigga Terrell Bay. Like I said, shout out to that nigga Terrell Bay said, let's go, goddammit. You already know what it is. Shout out to that nigga Brad Mays, Mello Jones. If y'all haven't got second, third chance, go get that immediately. We working. Like I said, I can't see the PayPal until I get off for some fucking reason, but all of the love is appreciated. Relationship, dog. And it's hard because it's so hard because if that person that you can't stand, if they were to leave you, you would feel so fucking empty. It's no different than any type of withdrawal that you'll go through. Once your body, your mind has gotten used to it. Dr. D told us about this also, about your body getting used to, God damn, your body getting used to something, your mind getting used to something. Man, as much as you hate even to see that motherfucker live and smile, if you was to see them with somebody else, it would just destroy you. So this is what I'm saying, you know, dog, and this is for those people that are, you know, if you hear, then you know why you hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell those kids in school nothing because nobody believes that they're going to be that 30-plus-year-old couple that can't stand to see one another. If one of y'all would have died, you know what I'm saying, on y'all third year, second year, y'all fucking with each other, suicide will be on your mind. You would have to take their clothes and just sleep with them so you can smell them. But now, if you get their scent, you get sick damn near. You can't stand them. And it's become so normal. That's the dangerous part. It's become so normal. And this is how a quote unquote good man or good woman will seriously contemplate suicide. I'm sorry, homicide. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill her and get the insurance money because you're in this toxic place. And what's happened is, as I said, this is not outside of people in the church. What's happened is you've allowed the devil to come in. Because as soon as these feelings showed themselves, you didn't want to do the hard thing, which was, hey, we need to sit down now. Because if we continue to let this wound fester, we're going to get a fucking infection. As soon, like, this is, I'm not trying to go to that spiritual realm with you, but you have to understand the law of attraction. You walk around mad as fuck all the time because this stupid bitch and all this other shit like this. These demons, they crave that negativity. Some of these demons are using human bodies as vehicles, and the human doesn't even know it. This is why you have to judge a person on their actions. Not their words, their actions. If you told that woman or you told that man that you were in a relationship and they continue to talk to you, they're not doing it because you just they just couldn't help seeing somebody so miserable and shit like that. It's because that turned them on. They didn't even want you until they found out that they didn't get aroused by the fact that they will be able to fuck you. They got aroused at the fact they will be able to fuck up your relationship. It wasn't fucking that made them aroused. It was fucking something up that made them aroused. This is why in a lot of situations you will catch the same bitch doing the same shit. She don't fuck with a nigga unless he got a bitch. He don't fuck with a bitch unless she got a nigga. This is also why those type of people, as soon as that motherfucker leaves their wife or leaves their husband to be in a full relationship with them, oh no, oh shit, yeah, nah, yeah, let me get a rain check. But as long as they can be inside the house where y'all sleep together, as long as they can come to the house where your kids and your wife or your husband stay at, oh, they were just so aroused and they was just all over you. But as soon as you kick her out or you kill her or kill your husband, kill your wife, all of a sudden you realize that y'all don't have anything in common. It was just the demon in her bringing out the demon in you. And you won't realize that until you know, in there. You might realize as soon as they put the cuffs on that what y'all had wasn't real. It was just evil. It was just evil. And that's not love. That's not love. Like I said, my nigga, I there's nothing you can really say to a motherfucker they first, you know, come into that love, because they won't be able to think. And this is something, as much as I understand all that shit, I understand it too well, to the point where I understand that talking to them once they find somebody is definitely too late. That shit has to be inserted from the time. This is why parenting is so important. But this relationship shit is how we end up with unwanted children. A fucked up relationship, the child will be the one who suffers, because now you put another piece on the board to where she can torture you with. Now, serious. This shit serious, because like I said, it's people think are upstanding and what would have seen what goes on in the household, the way that he talks to her. Saturday night, a couple hours later, they dressed up, got the kids dressed up, they walking in the church with a big offering. They going out to eat. And here you is over here. We need to make our relationship more like their relationship. Why can't we be more like them? We need to do more stuff like they do it. They going on trips every year. We need to do more shit like them. Not knowing this bitch had tried to poison this nigga. If this nigga wouldn't have came up out of that drunken stupor, he would have killed that bitch, strangled that hoe to death. But because both of them know what their standing is, and they love their reputation more than they love each other, they not gonna bring that to the table. She's tried to kill him with poisoning. When he went to the hospital, she tried to kill him. Yeah, that was a murder case. That was a murder case. He knew it, she knew it. But their reputation is what matter most. So before they divorce and go and live a happy life without each other, they will die in that house in separate beds. Insanity, dog. Insanity. When you in that house, dog, if you have to sit outside and get high, get drunk before you go in the house, if you got to get high, drunk before you fuck your wife, you need to take care of your business. The relationship is over, dog. The biggest problem, you know, one of the biggest mistakes I feel get made. I had to go through. You know, with me, I feel like it was different because I was never confused about nothing. Everything I did, I wasn't confused on whether or not this is good or bad, and I attribute that to my upbringing with my grandmother and my mother. I was never confused about what was right and what was wrong. I'm in the street, I'm wrong. I'm out this bitch, nigga, full speed. I'm ready to die out this bitch. I want to be a gangster, period. Oh, no, I'm just out here I'm not trying to feed nobody, nigga. I'm out this bitch retarded. I'm popping these pills the long way. And it's wrong as fuck to pop pills. I'm not confused or it's really just medicine. No, I'm on drugs and I can't get off of drugs. And I'm still gonna do them. I wasn't confused. I wasn't trying to justify nothing I was doing. It was straight up and down. But I think that a motherfucker just gets so caught up in what is right and what is wrong as far as family supposed to stay together. Hold on, my nigga. Not in your situation. Not in your situation. My nigga, you're damn near about to kill yourself trying to make sure that she don't try to fuck the nigga that y'all stay next to. You working your ass off at the job trying to get out this apartment complex because you see how she looking at that nigga across the hall with no job, no car, no nothing. And you know the issue you having at 30 plus. Can't get it up all the way. So you going to the gas station, taking them rhinos and all this other shit like this. Man, nigga, and that's what I'm saying, dog. You know what's crazy is that if motherfuckers let you know the shit that actually happened to them, it will be so much more easy for us to deal with situations. But it's the fact that, nigga, you know that you had a fucking health scare. And you know exactly why you had that health scare. You was trying to take them motherfucking dick pills and you damn near had a stroke. But nobody found out. So it's just, and you will sit back and hide like the fuck you ain't. Dog, let motherfucker know what's going on so you can help somebody. It's the same thing I'm saying to a bitch. Bitch, you know motherfucking well that you had that child because you didn't want him to leave you. Let that be known so that these young girls can know, look, I had 3 children for this nigga trying to trap him. This nigga just go to jail every 6 months. Stay with a new bitch, I can't do nothing. I thought having a child would have made this nigga goddamn, it didn't do none of that. But because you're loving my 5, loving my 12 kids, I don't need no man. This is my issue with Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, and all them. You lying. Same thing with the little niggas. Y'all niggas lying. Y'all niggas ain't trying to do none of that shit. You trying to do the good part of the gangster shit, not the bad part. But you can't split this thing up. It's two sides of the same coin. It's a reason why Meg Thee Stallion is a fucking alcoholic. Because she feels empty. With 1 million fans, empty as fuck, because the nigga that she want to like her, the nigga she want to love her, no matter who the fuck the nigga is, after 6 months or so, the nigga don't want her no more. And she can't figure that out. Now she fuck nigga free, got it hooked. You all nigga free, because the only time that you could get a nigga to fuck with you is if you paid him. That bitch Suki Hana, that's what she doing. She paying a nigga. Find you a nigga with a drug habit and shit like that, and you punish him for all them other niggas who didn't want to stay with you. Any nigga with a choice, he won't stay there. But a nigga who ain't got shit, got a drug habit, he ain't got nothing but a drug habit, he'll stay because you are his job. Say what's real. Stop with all this. Bad. Stop with that. Tell motherfuckers how many times you thought about suicide. Tell them that that alcohol don't do nothing but confuse you further. Doing dope, doing the alcohol and shit like that, running away from a problem. As you run away from that problem, you also get further away from the solution. There's no way that you're going to get that transmission in that car fixed by going to fucking Nevada. You left the car there. Yeah, the transmission was fucked up. Okay, so how are you going to fix the car? I had to get away from that motherfucker, man. That shit would drive me crazy. Okay, but I'm saying, how are we going to get the car back on the road? Oh, I just had to get away, man. I just had to get... What? That's the illusion of dope and alcohol. That it'll just fix itself. You a motherfucking lie. What will happen is that problem will become such a small problem compared to all of the other problems that you're building on top of yourself. So in that sense, it'll go away because you won't even be able to see that motherfucker because the list so long. You had one issue that you was growing apart from the person you loved. Now you got a fucking warrant. You got a fucking child support order, new child support order. Goddamn, you just caught a motherfucking hit and run. Possession with intent. They hit you with a trafficking because you was over that on the white folks side of town with that dope. Driving under the influence. So yeah, growing apart from your fucking first love, that's a small problem when you didn't, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta, and that's what that is, my nigga. Like, yeah, if it's over with, then yes, you're gonna have to see her with another nigga. But you also not gonna have to see yourself in no prison cell for killing your goddamn wife because you just couldn't take it no more. That house is getting closer and closer to hell every day that you walk into that motherfucker, my nigga. And you know that. There's not no place. You don't think that child is starting to soak up that motherfucking anger? You're going to get on the interview on the news. I don't know what happened to him. We always had a loving home. Stop with that shit, man. You raised that child 2 fucking stories up from actual hell. The devil was knocking on the door asking you if you had some sugar, if you had some Tabasco. Wasn't nothing but demonic, toxic shit in that house. Wasn't no love in that motherfucker. By the time that child was conscious, that child didn't never see y'all hug each other. Unless y'all was in front of somebody. So all you taught him to do, and you wonder why he liked boys. All you showed him how to do was hide everything from the world. That's all that matters, what the world think. And you wondering why he committed suicide. Come on, man. This shit ain't supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. But you done lost a lot though, big home. Same thing with you, sweetheart. A lot of motherfuckers wonder why they can't get up out of bed and do what they want to do, can't go out there and work out. Because your whole mind is completely focused on what he's doing today. Look what he didn't do. So that's your whole day. It's talking to somebody about what he did. Somebody about how much of a nab she is. My nigga, you been calling that bitch phone for goddamn 5 years now. You ain't made no progression in real life. Handle your business, my nigga. Sweetheart, handle your business. You know, with girls, it's so heavy because what they'll end up doing is gain so much weight that they really don't feel like it's no way out. And that's when they start talking about he took my best years from me and all this shit. You don't know about no best years until you done went to jail. You don't know nothing about no best years until you get locked up. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Cut your losses now, because when you get locked up for that fucking homicide, premeditated, they're going to be talking about the death sentence for you. I know the sound probably sound different now. This what I'm wondering though. Hold on. Let me try something. Right back. That shit just made me mad. How in the fuck I'm gonna be up this bitch talking? There it is. Now the bitch just fell on his own. See what I'm saying? I gotta get the hell up out of here. It's sometime. Can y'all hear me better now? Can y'all hear me? Let me see. Hold on. What we sound like? What we sound like? What we sound like? Okay, we good. We good. What we sound like? We good. Yeah, like I was saying though. I said bullshit. I'm talking about. You know, bottom line is this. When you get locked up in that cell, and you know, dog, as you get locked up and shit like that, as a jailbird, one resource that you have is to be able to see similarities from all walks of life, whether it's an Asian, an Indian, white, black, girl, everybody has the same emotions, same triggers. Their reason for why they had to do what they did never makes sense in the scheme of things. It's like, hold on. You saying that you could have not only just walked away, but you could have walked away with money and resources, but that didn't cross your mind. That person needed to die. And then you ask, how did all of that fucking love, the perfect family, turn into something that had so much hatred on it that you walking away with some money and your children and your freedom and a free life, no more the stress in the house with that person. You saying you turned all that shit away because you hated that person so much. That is not something that happens overnight. A nigga don't become no pill addict overnight. You have to work at that shit. You have to overcome obstacles. One of the first obstacles you'll be able to spot is that you don't have any more money. You can't afford the dope no more. So like, all right, I can't afford it. Let me go on. Hell no, I'm gonna make a way. for me to get this dope. You ignore that because I want the dope more than I give a fuck about anything else. It's the same thing with this. There were signs that you needed to leave there because what you were doing wasn't healthy. You're choosing to stay because the more and more you're in that home, you're getting more and more possessed. You've been scary mad before in this home. Scary mad to where you were so mad that tears and you didn't give a fuck about nothing. Right then and there, you needed to get the fuck around. You should never be that fucking mad. You were so consumed by anger that making a temporary decision with permanent consequences made sense. So you know that you're in a bad place. You know, I think the best analogy for that would be um, when you see someone that's possessed in their mind, or World War Z, you know, the rage virus. Um, they got hit with a virus and now they're going around biting people and fucking beating people to death, and it makes sense because they got so much rage in them. But as you're looking at it like, what in the fuck is this person's problem? But they don't understand that because they're under the influence of the rage virus. And that is not normal. Um, Dr. D spoke about that also. The fight or flight instinct that we have inside of our bodies, that is not supposed to be prolonged. It's only supposed to be long enough for you to get out of danger. Every fucking day at that house, you are bloody fucking angry. In order to fix that, you would have to take something. I hope that you make the right decision. I hope that you make the right decision. There is no, we can't play that game about, hey, yo, just want it. No, no, no. Ain't no Ayo here. You would much rather Ayo speak to you now. If you meet these situations, you can listen to the motherfucker say, oh, you know, marriages, you know, you got to work through it. You didn't try to work through it. You tried to work through it 5 years ago. That shit ain't working. It's time to go to the next step. I'd rather be the nigga tell you, hey man, go and get out of there, than for me to tell you, hey man, work that shit out, and then watch on the news that you killed your wife and then yourself. I'm about success, my nigga. The reason why I'm not gonna speak about first love for no children is because that love is so fucking powerful and so fucking, niggas will pay millions if they can feel that sensation again, to love something as much as we loved our first love. So I'm not going to talk to no children. I'm talking about the people who are in the household that have attempted or have thought about attempting a homicide. You cannot stand this person to where you can't even stand to watch them do anything. It's time to go. It's time to go. Because it's finna go bad. So, as I said, I don't know how the fuck my fucking air conditioner must be off or something. God damn, it's hot in this bitch. Shit. Shit. God damn, nigga. Woo. All right, tomorrow night we will be talking to those survivors of Rissa Royce. We'll be talking to her survivors tomorrow night. So make sure you come. That shit look good. See that? Y'all can see that shit good. Yeah, I knew that goddamn. I had to get the black marker. Yeah, that looked good, yeah. But yeah, so tomorrow night we'll be talking about Rissa Royce will be talking to some guys that had relationships with her, and we're gonna find out. Also, Rissa Royce, if you wanted to call in, you can also call in so we can make sure and find out exactly what's going on with you. I'm gonna have to put some goddamn Freon in that fucking air conditioner. It's too fucking hot, dog. Ooh, shit. I'm gonna play some exclusive for y'all. I'm talking about, damn, nigga. There you go. Dog, you know, when you fucking with this goddamn, when you fucking with this chop the screw shit, you gotta go to niggas that, you know what I'm saying, that you know they know what they doing, so they don't slop that shit up. Shout out to that nigga, Slim K, Alabama Slim, that nigga, Theo Pacino, obviously shot that nigga Chill Wheel. Yeah, you gotta make sure you fucking with the real ones. But yeah, so y'all make sure y'all do y'all take your notes. We'll be back.
Just to see what you can do. Oh, you're dancing all over me. Maybe this is like some kind of fantasy. Where you home, cheers and girl. So tonight, I want you in my world. You want me on my mind, in my day all the time. Oh, baby, girl, it's so fine. And in front of you, you whine for me, whine for me. Wine for me, 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 yeah. The time is come, show and prove. I've seen enough. I wanna feel the truth. What you just my lips, because show me how you magic way. Baby, too. Secret door, baby, how you gonna get on my mind? Doing nothing all the time. Oh, baby girl, it's so fine. And follow me. You whine for me, 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 whine for me. You whine for me, whine for me, whine for me, whine for me. Would you make me sing? I'm gonna hurt you. You sing, I'm gonna would you make me sing? Yeah. I'm gonna hurt you. Would you make me sing? Let's get together, sweet love. Let's get together in these cold times. Let's get together and change the world. Why for me? Aren't you making it, girl? You don't get down on my mind. You ain't all the time. Oh, baby girl, it's so fine. And follow me. You whine for me, whine for me, whine for me. Oh, yeah. Whine for me, whine for me, whine for me, whine. Whine for me, 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 I'm only one. I'm only begging, sir. I'm only one. I'm only begging, sir. I'm only begging. I'm only begging, sir. I'm only.
As I heard your sisters running, I wonder what shadows
my soul will never let you grow me up. But I had to so much place for the Lord. It's so much money, I see why they get on us. I so they got on it on us. I will shit. I will shit. I will shit. Say no one, they know I'm coming, they know I'm coming. Telephone niggas, I'm next. You think you better, I say it's whatever, my nigga, they coming, let's back. See that you watching my pockets, you know that I got it on deck. See that you get started, then they get the water, you know I'm on point with the sex. And we better call it, you know that I this side, got my respect. My niggas be gangin', shaking them niggas, and that was a gas. My niggas be gangin', Slanging them leaders and tags. I hop out they cross you like a guard and I aim at your wall like you made. Nigga be running from handcuff, but when I catch them, they get a souffle. We rapping about a potato. We're living up in the bouquet. My niggas be drilling and killing and spilling them niggas that say, give me a second, I'm whipping and get it and go for this. If we tripping, that's the one to send me, you pull it and put your neck. I'll be hard to kill you. Nigga, I ain't to the neck.